Getting our next guest, that is Anjali Rattan, the chairperson for Revolt Motors. Ma'am, off late, a lot of issues have been coming up when it comes to EV bikes. Within your experience, could you explain to us why these issues have been perking up, and what could be the solution for this, and how quickly these issues could be resolved?
What sort of issues are you talking about?
The service related issues when it comes to EV bikes that have been happening, not specifically related to Revolt, but in general to EV bikes.
Okay. Are you talking about the scooter as well? I hope.
Yes,
So,
right.
see, the two-wheelers electric market is huge and electrification is bound to happen. Everyone in EV industry is working towards uh, independence on imported crude oil and pollution-free India. It is the journey, and every journey has ups and downs. This is the decade of electrification, and we and other EV companies as well, I'm sure, are fully focused on full customer experience, not only in sales, but also after sales experience as well, which is the service. So in my company, at least, our focus is not on sales, but giving a good customer experience in terms of service. Because if that is not given, service is not given well, then customer loses the faith on EV as such.
Okay, so
So it
that's
is
about.
very important to give a good service, and probably I would say the issues in terms of service comes up because of spare part issues, and not everywhere you can get your electric vehicle repaired as compared to ICE.
Actually, just to get it clear for all the stakeholders involved, we know, of course, the complaints have been mounting for Ola and the kind of action that we have seen from CCPA, the ministry, etc. Just wanted to get the clarity with respect to your product, your bike. Have there been a slew of complaints or this lack of spare parts as you're talking, which could be a logistical issue, but could you throw some light on that?
See, I cannot comment on Ola, but I'm pretty sure Ola really done a lot of hard work when it comes to electrification as well, and they have contributed a lot towards the EV industry per se. And I'm pretty sure in coming times they will be working on their service issues as well. And when it comes to like my company, every company has got some of the other issues. When the journey of electrification is like now coming, and this is the decade wherein the kind of electrification which is happening, I'm sure there'll be more workshop or service centers which every company is working towards. And once the entire country is there you'll see more and more EVs, and you can find more and more solution in terms of services as well.
And just before we let you go, could you just tell us how has been the response for your newly launched e-bike in the commuter segment? How has been the response? How many inquiries have come in? How many orders have come in for this one?
So we recently launched India's first commuter bike, and we broke the 1 lakh barrier. So our 2.2 kilowatt of battery is for bike is for 85,000 rupees, and the one which is there for 3.2 kilowatt, it comes under 1 lakh, which is 99,990 rupees. That is a game changer for a commuter bike because it becomes very affordable, almost at the equal price as you get a fuel bike as well. So the kind of response that we got was very overwhelming, though I believe in our product, but the kind of bookings that we got in the first 10 days was something very overwhelming. And
Right.
now we are working towards the production side,
Okay.
and now manufacturing for the deliveries, for the
Sure.
festive deliveries, is quite a challenge. So it's like a good problem to solve now.
Yeah, it's a good problem to solve. But just quickly, just wanted to get a sense from you about the export plan. And after getting the approval for the AMPS policy, is the company taking benefits of the PM e-drive policy as well? If you can quickly help us understand that.
Yes, so we got the EMPS starting from 1st of August this year, and we are now eligible for the PM e-drive as well. And we get a benefit of 10,000 per bike. Uh, and talking about the exports, since commuter bike rules the demand in terms of India as well, there's 66% of the overall bikes that sells in the country, which is 1.4 crores. Out of that, 66% is the commuter bike. So that's the main reason we are looking at, we are seeing a huge volume when it comes to the bookings as well. But when we talk about countries outside India, export is the biggest
Right,
market
ma'am.
for the commuter bike as well. And
Right.
if you talk about countries like Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh,
Right.
neighboring countries to Latin America, to Southeast Asia, there's a huge demand for such bikes. And I think out of 40 to 50%
Right.
of bikes which are sold in such countries are from India.
Right,
India is
ma'am.
the second
Right.
largest two-wheeler industry.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for joining us and for giving us all those details. Well, with that, let's.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.